Well, here we are again, guys. Number 64.
Huh.
Just not a number, though. Episode 64. And a very special episode. A first annual of sorts.
Yep.
It's a couple weeks, after the legit ones, where all the stars were. I think we invited a lot of people to come to ours, but no one showed up. I don't know if things got lost in the mail, wrong email addresses, maybe spelled something wrong. But our ceremony is just as important, so don't fool yourself. As the Academy Awards, but
people say award season was over, but I don't know why they keep saying that.
I think they're just trying to fool themselves so that they're just pleasantly surprised.
It's almost like nobody knows about this podcast at all.
It's weird. I mean, who would ever think that?
You tack on one more month, and it's devoted just for our shit, right?
And what we're talking about is the first annual Schmovie Awards.
Cue, the boys are back in town.
The boys are back in town. Yeah.
Like
that.
Right, I love that song.
Here,
But I only like that song when they're playing it at baseball games.
I only like it when you just started off. So that works for me.
Do you like the way I finish?
I mean, that's you add a lot to that song.
Is that a guitar? I should sing that. Does that song have any other?
More importantly,
lyrics?
what is the boys are back in town to do with the Schmovie Awards?
I'm just referring to us being back for another episode.
So basically, that could be applied to any episode. Yeah. The fact that we are continuing to host the podcast.
No, in the tradition of award ceremonies, that was like the musical section at the beginning.
So instead of doing like a song and dance, we just kind of do a acapella Thin Lizzy cover.
I don't think that song has any other lyrics.
I'm certain it has other words.
Oh.
No, I'm pretty sure Ronald's right. I think it just loops. I think they just sing it in different melodies. They hold it out longer.
You hear it at a sporting event. That's all you hear is that part, right?
Let's be honest. It's probably the only important part of the song.
It's like
they call it a hook for a reason.
Right, it's like the
that's
second.
all that really matters with that song.
The second verse of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Have you ever heard it? It's fucking atrocious. You don't want to hear that.
I don't.
You just want to hear the first part that we're all familiar with.
Yeah.
Guess who just got back today? Them wild-eyed boys that had been away.
Ooh.
Haven't changed, haven't much to say. But man, I still think them cats are crazy.
John, are you freestyling right now?
They were asking if you were around, how you was, where you could be found.
Oh.
Told them you were living downtown, driving all the old men crazy. What? Well, you know what they say. The boys are back in town. The boys are back in town.
Boys are back in town.
You know that chick that used to dance a lot? Every night she'd be on the floor shaking what she got.
Oh my God. These are lyrics to this
Man,
song?
when I tell you she was cool, she was red hot.
They apply to some of our categories.
I mean, she was steaming.
Oh my goodness. Now I see
So
why
I guess
they only
we
put
stand corrected. There are more lyrics.
There are more
Actually,
lyrics.
I was going to read them all, but there's actually a lot more lyrics.
Well, that is our theme song for Schmovie Awards.
For some reason, that's the theme of the. Like this year at the Oscars, the theme was like a tribute to musicals,
Right?
Which really meant a tribute to musicals that the producers of the show had a hand in producing, because I think those two guys had produced like Chicago and
also acknowledging all the actors that we've seen their breasts.
yes, right,
That's the more important.
yeah, that was the key
musical
thing.
number.
Awkward.
But but the theme of the Schmovie Awards is that the boys are back in town.
Boys are back in town.
Right?
What more do you
that.
need?
Right.
We are here with our nominees, and we're about to find out that we don't even know the winners.
No, we don't. Well,
only Price. What is it?
Price Walker House.
Price Walker House.
Yes.
Has the briefcase, aka a folded piece of paper.
That papery sound you're hearing, that is
the winners.
This is the info packet. This is the paper packet that has all the winners in it.
That's exciting.
And I'm the only one that knows. But I have to say, in all the excitement of singing or reciting the lyrics to The Boys Are Back in Town, I've forgotten everything I learned a few minutes ago when I tallied the votes.
Holy
So you're going to be
moly.
just
I'm
as
going to
surprised.
be just as surprised.
This is amazing how this worked out.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ronald, for coming up with that song.
Oh, no
Yeah.
problem.
Because not only has it filled our musical number piece,
Yep.
but it's also functioned as a mind eraser for John. For John.
I've cleaned his slate.
It's provided the memory
Cleared
wipe
his cache.
that I needed. I got to say, there was a lot of pain I've been carrying around that I also feel sort of free from right now.
I'm
appreciate
glad,
that.
man. It's holy water. Apparently,
Is that what we're drinking right now? I feel like we got all fancy tonight. John gave us bottled water. We usually go with the cups out of the refrigerator water and everything.
This is
legit.
It's normally just water from the gutter of his house.
There's a
We
reason
just kind of collect the rainwater as it drains off.
from the gutter on the side of
The snow that we didn't get, we just kind of melted off.
And he heats it up under a jar with a lighter. He's like,
I make
But
sure
he
it's
rolled out
sterile.
he rolled out the red carpet for us tonight.
Yeah.
He did. The boys are back in town.
Yeah.
We got bottled water.
How many O's is that?
Well,
Do we have to pay a royalty
that's
because we
not
keep
even on the
singing
lyric
this?
sheet.
It's not.
Yeah.
Probably 18 O's. I'm guessing.
It's probably it's pretty close, probably.
18.
So how are we gonna do this? I mean, I'm so excited that I'm kind of losing my track of thought.
I'll start
and
off,
or the ability to
I'll start
speak
off
sentences.
with the first, the way that like at the Oscars they try to bust out of the gate with they always do supporting actor first. It's like something people care about. So we're going to start with an exciting and dynamic category, one that actually was the most labor intensive part of this.
It actually required your personal time.
Actually required time to go through old episodes and pull clips. I thought that it was fitting after last week when we kind of wrung our hands over Seth MacFarlane's rampant sexism at the Oscars, that it was good that we held our own feet to the fire and that we maybe pulled up some of our own less proud moments. But there's you never know what Ronald's going to say factor that sometimes comes up about certain movies.
Oh, man.
And it turns out that it's not just Ronald. We all kind of get in on it. I discovered as I listened to it. Right. So this is the ugly underbelly, the brotastic frat boy side of even though I was not a frat boy. Were you a frat boy?
No.
Were you a frat boy? Okay, so we're not frat boys then. We're just bros.
I was a fap boy, which is
Here it comes.
just Urban Dictionary. The word fap, FAP, Urban Dictionary. I'm not gonna say.
Are you eating popcorn kernels into the microphone? Genius. But
the first category of the night is going to be the award for the outstanding contribution to the field of sexist or inappropriate digressions. And these are digressions that have appeared on the show that may have turned off some of our audience, may have turned on some of our audience.
Or our hosts.
Or our hosts. This is sort of the boner jams category. The first nominee for outstanding contributions to the field of sexist or inappropriate digressions on the Movie Schmovie podcast is a clip called "Silly Buddies." This was in the episode 47 when we were talking about the movie Chernobyl Diaries, and with lack of really valid things to talk about concerning that movie, we ended up discussing the attributes of one of the actresses.
Mm-hmm.
Like, who is that? And actually, I was IMDb'ing his girlfriend in the movie who was hot as hell.
Yeah.
Oh, Boobarella.
Boobarella, yeah. That's actually how that's her stage name on IMDb. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, check it out on Netflix one day and just know that the blonde doesn't remove her sweater at any point.
Yeah.
So if you're watching it for that reason,
because those jammies are popping out at some point. You see her running around there.
I'm disappointed.
I looked at her filmography, and she's in a film next year called Dumbbells. I thought maybe it was a biopic or something. Autobiographical.
We're trying to build up our female audience. Right.
Those silly putties going around there. I'm just saying, look, she was very pretty.
So Ronald,
most importantly, she was very pretty.
Right. Is that what you were trying to say all along, Ronald? Was kind of a sort of a love-struck schoolboy kind of compliment?
You got to balance it out. For every gross thing you say, you got to say something nice. It's called the sandwich effect.
The bookend.
The bookend. You have to say something really gross and then ease it in with something nice.
Yeah.
It's the lube.
What I was trying to say is, gosh, you're pretty.
Gosh, you're so pretty. Those silly putties. So,
our second nominee for outstanding contribution to the field of sexist or inappropriate digressions is a discussion that we had in episode 52. I should say a discussion that Ronald had with us in episode 52 about the lady who played the reporter in the movie The Bay. I don't know that I know the character or the actor's name. Do you know, Steve? No. We just know her.
We see people that are like two named characters on the IMDb page, and it's not the one, so I'm assuming it's the other.
Well, one of them really inspired Ronald to new heights.
we have to talk about one thing.
What's that?
Should I leave the room?
The curviness of the reporter. Can we talk about that? I'm not trying to be weird.
Well, that's not the kind of thing we stop to make note of on this
Okay,
podcast.
man.
Just go with that.
I would go to sleep on her bottom. She was very attractive to me, man.
Okay, good.
It's very attractive.
That's
to
our
me.
conversation about that.
She was it's funny. She wasn't born in the
allow
70s.
that.
She wasn't born in the 70s.
You know, Ronald, I don't mind talking about new places to take a nap. I think that's perfectly appropriate
It's
conversation.
A midday nap on her butt.
You're always looking for opportunities to nap.
She was not born in the 70s, but she was very hippie. I don't know what that was.
You've been waiting all week to say that.
I was, and it didn't sound the same way I thought.
Hey, Ronald, don't use that in the stand-up act.
Yeah. Wow. I love how you tried twice to get that joke out.
tried so
and
hard.
both John and I cut you off. You know, and then the third time was the charm. And then not so much.
The thing is, Ronald, we inadvertently, by being rude and talking over you, we tried to save you from yourself twice.
And it didn't
You should
work.
have thanked us
That
and
was
just
just
not
such a-
finished that joke.
Poorly delivered. Terrible punchline.
What I liked about that was the defeat in your voice, that you can hear the sadness.
As soon as it left my lips, I realized that it was bad. That's why I immediately knew it wasn't going to work.
And then it becomes nap time. You just go find those
Right.
that bottom and just take a nap.
Yep.
Yeah, so just as evidence of the fact that it's not just Ronald, our third nominee in this category is when I sort of gave it a go. I gave the old Walker try to trying to sound kind of lusty, and I don't know if it quite worked out. I don't know if I was really committed to it, but still, I feel like I had a point.
Right,
I think I
right.
had something valid to say. So here we go. If I ever am in a dystopian future and my ex-wife or my fake wife is tracking me down and intends to kill me, I want it to be a tight little bitchy package like Kate Beckinsale in that movie. But she also seems to know exactly what she's doing. Like, I think, her husband is the director.
Yeah.
So it's like he knows how to shoot her ass, basically. This, this movie is like a
angles.
poem.
Well done, sir.
Poem to her
angles,
ass. Yeah. Can't really argue with that point.
Yeah, I think it's pretty valid, actually.
It lacks some of the flair of a true Ronald digression, but it's.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
Our fourth nominee in this category is the shortest, the most to the point, and I think the really noteworthy thing about this one was right out of the gate. This was our most recent entry in this category. This is from episode 61.
Yep.
Just three short episodes ago, and if you played that one, I hope you didn't have it on speaker or you weren't playing it out loud around your family, because this is how Ronald started that episode off.
My mom didn't know what ass to mouth meant until I said it on stage.
Wait a minute.
I said I like it.
What is happening right now? Has this episode started?
Oh no.
That's all you need.
Oh no. Oh no. I feel so bad.
So did you end up?
The best part about it, though, is now that your mom knows.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, your mother teaches you so many things through life, and that's one thing you gave back. You paid it forward, Ronald. You should
Right.
pat yourself on your back.
I am. The more you know. The more you know.
So how does she feel about ass to mouth?
Man, I don't know. I
she a
need to
fan?
ask her stance of what I like to call mud mouth.
Okay. It's good to get a follow up on these stories from time to time. So. All right, our final nominee in the category of outstanding contribution to the field of sexist or inappropriate digressions on the Movie Schmovie podcast. This is from a rare episode where we actually had a lot of movies to talk about, and we had all seen them. So I think we were a little excited at the beginning of the podcast. We were kind of virtual high-fiving. This is also from episode 47, just like the Silly Putties entry in this category. Obviously, episode 47 was rich in sexist digressions.
It's a money episode.
But this is one that I really think really speaks to the sort of brotherhood that we have and the kind of chemistry that we formed in this room.
It's true.
We got a lot to talk about.
We have a lot of movies that we've all
two
seen.
feature reviews.
Two.
Wow, we're on the same page this week.
We are. Man, we are.
Air high five, guys.
We're
Up in the air.
insane.
Yeah.
That's our hand slapping. We're like three women in an apartment for a couple months. Our periods are in sync. Our emotions are there, so we're ready.
Our movie menstruations are synchronized.
On point.
We're going to bleed all over this podcast. Is what we're
Oh
telling
my
you.
God, there it is.
Hello.
What is the hello at the back? Is that the sound that happens like when women bleed?
I think so.
I think I took that to be sort of like you saying, "Yes, it's me. I'm here."
Yeah.
I'm your monthly friend. If we were in sync, do you think you'd probably be like JC or JT or
JC
Chris or I don't is Lance?
Which one came out of the closet?
Lance.
D. Lance.
Yeah.
A hero.
A hero
of sorts.
in
right?
many eyes.
In many
You are pretty much a hero day to day.
Which one is the one with the crazy facial hair? One of them has crazy facial hair.
Oh,
Joey?
no, Chris something.
Kirkpatrick?
Yeah, that guy.
I looked this up. I didn't know this by heart. Trust me.
He has crazy facial hair.
Yeah, or did I don't
He
know.
looks like a villain. He looks like the guy from Hunger Games.
He does. He does.
crazy
I was gonna say
Wes
he's-
Bentley's character.
Yes,
He does.
so
He's kind of
crazy.
baby faced though to be a villain.
Yeah.
Like he's like a guy going to a Halloween party dressed in costume as Wes Bentley from
Right.
Hunger Games. But let's not get off on too much
Yeah,
of a
let's keep
tangent.
this focused.
This is still the first category.
the first category.
But this is, like I said, this is the one
this
that,
is the meat and potatoes.
Yeah, this
of
is the meat and
award
potatoes.
show.
Absolutely.
just to review, the Silly Putties diatribe about the blonde girl, the lovely actress from Chernobyl Diaries. Nap time, taking a little snooze on the curvaceous backside of an unnamed and unknown actress who
Doesn't
played
matter.
a
Let's be
reporter
honest.
in the Bay. My feelings about Kate Beckinsale's attributes. I didn't even mention the movie, but it's the Total Recall remake.
Oh, yeah.
Less
Crap.
said about that
Turd.
aspect of it, the better. Ronald's not too shocking declaration that his mother had no idea what ass. Ronald, my mother still doesn't know what ass to mouth is.
Good.
I hope she doesn't strike up a friendship with your mom. They'll have a podcast together. And then the final nominee was the NSYNC entry, which is all about this. Like I said, the sort of things that happen when men are thrown into these extreme circumstances together and they're forced to cope. And the winner,
I can't handle this. The first winner.
NSYNC.
NSYNC.
Yes.
Yeah. that took the cake. I didn't realize bleeding all over the podcast would sound so gross.
You didn't.
I didn't realize it was
Weird.
Yeah.
and it did. It did.
All right, Ronald, you're up.
Okay, so this next one is most memorable death. First is Seth, Paul Dano's character in Looper. 2 is pretty much everybody in the Raid Redemption. Take your pick. It's pretty crazy. People get killed the hell out of every scene.
Killed the hell out
Killed
of.
the hell out
They
of.
get killed the hell out of every scene, or every
Both.
scene they get killed the hell out of.
Both.
Both, okay.
Simultaneously.
They literally get killed off camera.
On camera.
They were at one point and then got thrown off.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
Osama bin Laden in Zero Dark 30. Osama bin Laden. Gotta say it like that. And Batman in The Dark Knight Rises. Oh, man. This is a tough one.
They're all tough,
Yeah,
Ronald.
very tough.
So-
So I
so-
guess the award goes to...
The award for most memorable death goes to
Seth. Seth and Looper. He had a pretty gruesome death.
Yeah.
I think I picked Seth, didn't I? Yeah,
He had a pretty gruesome death.
That reminded me a lot of not so much a death, but the whole Back to the Future thing. It reminded me of Marty McFly losing his family. When every time we look at the picture,
Yeah.
But it was instead of looking at a picture and them just erasing people, it was the live action person running around and things just falling off.
Yeah.
Digits.
And I thought it was an awesome scene.
And you just when it kind of dawns on you what's actually happening to the guy, that means that they're just holding him somewhere and they're just cutting pieces of him off. It's pretty.
Yeah.
And it kind of gives you this idea of this loop that they're talking about that you kind of get into later in the film. But yeah, short role, very brief role, but awesome kill scene.
Yeah. He comes through in a clutch, man. I like him. I like
I
him.
know.
Yeah.
He's a good kid.
Good kid.
All right, category number 3 is the Best Fake Nail Biter Award. This is also known as a creation of suspense when we already know the outcome, which in every single case is based off of historical events or things that happened more recently. And the nominees are Argo, starring Ben Affleck and a lot of other people.
The part of the movie that gets the most criticism, probably too, is that whole part at the end where they create some. But when you're watching the movie, before all those stories broke, watching that movie, I remember in that moment feeling very like this is like I wanted that part to be true because that was the most exciting part of the movie was the kind of breakneck escape.
The second nominee is Steven Spielberg's Lincoln. Wasn't sure how that was going to end.
Is that amendment going to get passed?
I don't know. Like, I almost watched that movie wondering, like, if it doesn't get passed in the movie, does it go back and erase all the progress that we've made? Like, no, Ronald!
You look at me and I'm just in shades.
I was worried about you.
Were you particularly nervous at that part of the movie?
I was very nervous.
All right, and our third nominee
so nervous
is Catherine Bigelow's Zero Dark 30. Not much to say about that. And the final nominee is West of Memphis, the Amy Berg documentary about the West Memphis 3. And the winner of the Best Fake Nail Biter Award, the first Fake Nail Biter Award, is Argo.
Oh, yeah.
Not only did it win the Best Picture at the Oscars, it just won a Schmovie Award. I mean, that's it. I mean, that's Affleck's done.
That may as well, yeah. Like
just give it up, dude. Just put it up. Just go retire with Jennifer.
He can officially stop whining now. You know, he's won a Schmovie Award too.
But I would agree with what you were saying before, John. Like, I knew about Argo. Like, I wasn't very well versed in the entire story. I knew just the summation of it. But the last 20 minutes of that film, I mean, it's worth the ticket price. It's very suspenseful, humorous at times, and you just literally are. I was invested in it all the way to the end. And with some of the other films that we nominated, I actually picked Argo. I think West of Memphis was the closest one for me, only because like I'd seen all the Paradise Lost films, and I know we've talked about these a lot on this show.
Yeah.
But the coolest thing about that specific film that got me more was the whole implication of how they were doing all this new research and possibly saying that one of the boys' stepfather was involved.
Yeah.
So it was like there wasn't a real ending to it because you don't know, which was interesting too. I don't know, that's random, but I just want to throw that out
No, you're
there.
right. That like what you walk away from that with is more the sense
because it's really not an ending.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? So that's why I had to put Argo a little earlier, because maybe we'll find out the ending to that story some other year.
So like Fake Nail Biter based on the way we felt while watching it, but again, knowing now that part of the story was completely fabricated, it's like it doesn't really reduce that aspect of the film.
Agreed.
It just means, I mean, I think that it's a rare movie that tries to be as factual as something like Zero Dark 30 anyway. So
definitely.
Our fourth category in the Schmovie Awards. This one was an interesting one because there's a lot of times where you might want to say that someone was the best thing in a bad movie, but sometimes it's not just a matter of a bad movie. It's a movie that doesn't quite work for other reasons.
You know what we should have called this? We should have called this the Silver Lining Award. We'll talk about that for next year.
Talk about this, the Silver Lining Award, right? But it is the most adequate performance in a strange, flawed, or bad film. So that opens it up to some movies that may not really be bad, and then to some movies that probably are pretty bad.
Or all three.
Or all three could, yes. They could be all strange, flawed, and bad. Yeah. The first nominee for most adequate performance in a strange, flawed, or bad film, and I'm going to maybe mispronounce his name, but James Ransome or Ransomy.
I think James Ransome. I think we might need to add a nominee to a later category.
Ransome sounds so funny to me.
Whoever says that,
it sounds like somebody's making fun of him. Hey, Mr. Ransome.
I could have sworn I said.
I would say ransom. Add the E, ransom.
Yeah,
I think you're right.
I like Ransome.
But I swear someone corrected me one time, and I don't know. So yeah, but
they obviously know way more than we do about this kid.
Ransome.
That Ransome kid. He's got like. But James Ransome in Sinister, I can't remember the name of the deputy, but he plays the sort of comic relief of the movie, but maybe the best character in the movie.
Yeah.
And previously mentioned in the podcast, Kate Beckinsale as the sort of taking over as the kind of both the Sharon Stone character and the I can't remember his name now, but the badass guy who's stalking Arnold Schwarzenegger in the original
Michael Ironside's character.
Yes. Yeah. In the original Total Recall. So she plays both those roles. One of the only things about that movie probably the only actor who really seemed to be enjoying themselves much in that movie was Kate Beckinsale. Yeah. But not a good film.
The inspiration for John's ass poem.
Yes.
Keep it in mind, ladies and gentlemen.
Which is a haiku, by the way.
Our friend Keith David in Cloud Atlas, which I think definitely goes under flawed and strange. I don't know that we would call that movie bad, but definitely flawed and strange.
It was definitely strange.
But it was always good to see Keith David, and you got to see him 3 or 4 different times in that one.
Panicking.
Yeah.
Panicking Keith David is the best.
Panicking, and also with dreadlocks in another character. Did he play Caucasian or Asian at any point?
No, I would have loved him as an Asian man.
He would have, he would be. All right.
You motherfuckers. You motherfuckers.
He sounds the same, though, as every nationality, every ethnicity.
Hey.
And definitely my favorite movie in this category, Michael Fassbender in Prometheus as the android character David. Mm-hmm. And the winner of the most adequate performance in a strange, flawed, or bad film, Michael Fassbender as David the android.
Right, is that unanimous?
I think that was unanimous.
I think it was. I think that was one of the few that was unanimous. Let me look.
Okay. Argo was also unanimous.
Yes.
I believe, right?
Not for me.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, man.
I knew Fassbender had it.
Oh, man.
All of us. We've always talked about that.
Man. Okay, so the next category is most tolerable remake.
I'm glad you have this category, Ronald, because remakes are one of your least favorite things.
I thought it was your favorite thing.
So
I thought Steve proved you wrong on all of your points when we had the remake debate. But he decimated you.
He thought he
slammed you, Ronald.
He slammed.
I think a pog, and I slammed you.
You slammed with that big metal slammer pog.
Yeah.
No.
I think the victory definitely went to me. Okay. It was unanimous. Everybody that I asked.
Horse crap.
So therefore we have this category, but I will say this year's crop of remakes not a very good case for Steve's argument.
Right.
Noted.
The first one's Red Dawn. The second one is Sparkle. Total Recall, 21 Jump Street, and Dark Shadows. Now we know that 21 Jump Street and Dark Shadows are based on TV shows that were adapted into movies, but they're still included because they're
in the broadest sense. We still consider them to be part of that trend.
Is a remake. And the winner for most tolerable remake is 21 Jump Street.
Yeah.
This was one of those movies that kind of came out of nowhere. Channing Tatum in a comedic role, very surprising, very strong role. I thought that it was really good. They had a good dynamic, him and, man, why can't I remember his name right now? Jonah Hill.
Rob Riggle with a D in his M.
Yeah. There's just interesting. It was very interesting.
This I'll tell you this from the voting standpoint. This was another 3. This was another one where we all
really
basically the way we did this. We all numerically ranked the nominees and then we added them up. So 3 is the perfect score. That means we all put it at number 1. So this was one of the 2 that were 3s. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So Michael Fassbender and 21 Jump Street.
21 Jump Street.
Most decisive victors thus far.
Cool.
And the next category, the first annual Schmovie Awards, is whose year was it?
What does that mean, Steve?
By that, John, we mean there were a number of actors and actresses in a number of films this year. Some got more attention than others, but either way, they were very busy, and some probably made or break, I never know how to pass. Made or broken, a career.
Yeah.
And it's been a pretty impressive year for my boy Channing Tatum. All right, but let me start with him. Our first nominee is Channing Tatum, who starred this year in Magic Mike, The Vow, 10 Years, and the already winning tonight film, 21 Jump Street.
The Schmovie Award-winning film.
That's going to be on Blu-ray box art soon enough. Don't doubt that. The second nominee is Mr. Matthew McConaughey, who starred in Killer Joe, also in Magic Mike, and Bernie. The next nominee is John Goodman. John Goodman was in Flight, Paranorman, the Schmovie Award-winning Argo, and Trouble with the Curve. Mr. Goodman's co-star in Argo, Mr. Scoot McNairy,
I love that name,
is also nominated in this category for his role in Argo, Killing Them Softly, and Promised Land. The final nominee and the sole lady in this category is Ms. Rebel Wilson. Rebel was very, very busy this year. Not only is she hosting the upcoming MTV Movie Awards, I guess they didn't ask us or something. I don't know what happened with that. She starred this year.
When they hear this,
they're going to rethink this whole thing.
what they're going to do actually is hire guys to be like us. They're going to say, we need a Steve Reeder.
Yeah,
we need a Ronald James.
Right. That means they need a Idris Elba. They need a Brad Pitt.
Oh,
they need,
I love you.
Who's going to be the Michael Fassbender? Right? I think that's a handsome man.
Yeah.
And he has a dong for days, right? Can we talk about that for a second?
That's what I've heard.
Crazy dong, right?
I've seen it, yeah.
Okay.
I can attest to that. It
The
goes
category
for days.
prettiest dong didn't quite
didn't make the cut.
Make it onto the show.
But let me give Rebel her due.
Yeah.
Okay, Rebel starred this year in Bachelorette, Pitch Perfect, Ice Age Continental Drift, Struck by Lightning, and What to Expect When You're Expecting. Please note that she was in 5 films, more than any other nominee in this category.
Yes.
Wow.
I like the little statistic.
Thank you.
That's very... All right.
And this year's winner for whose year was it? Is Mr. Channing Tatum.
Ooh.
Felt that one coming.
And now, to accept his award, Mr. Channing Tatum.
Come on in, dude. Come on
Channing.
down. The door's open. Come down.
He's timid. He's a timid creature.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you give him the address?
You know, he's...
Gray House?
I have to tell you, he's hiding behind the couch and he won't come out.
With your cat?
He's nervous being around people. Congratulations, Channing.
I'll text him.
Yeah,
He'll get my text.
Tanning.
Tanner
Tatum.
Tanner Chating. You know, one of our favorite topics to talk about here on the podcast is, well, I won't say favorite, but one of our least favorite things that we like to complain about is poor computer-generated imagery, or computer-generated imagery that tends to be overblown or underbaked or whatever it is that can just take you out of a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we decided to maybe go on to the other end rather than complaining about all the rampant CGI that seems to sort of take the place of, you know, actual set design, actual costume design off, and actual makeup, even though I'm not a fan of makeup either, so I don't know what I expect these movies to do. Our 7th category is the least objectionable CGI character. Now, that just means a character that was all CGI, that it didn't hurt our eyes to look at, and it didn't hurt our feelings to think about. So the 3 nominees, it's a very short category because I could, you know, there's really, there's not that many non-objectionable CGI characters, but the 3 nominees are Gollum in The Hobbit.
I've always wanted to try a Gollum impression.
Now would be a good time. I'll pretend I'm throwing to a clip. So I'll say, Gollum in The Hobbit, director Peter Jackson.
I can't think Gollum must stink. No.
That's my impression.
Dude, I wish people could see your eyes. Your eyes got so bloodshot. I don't think you breathed at all.
That's my impression of Gollum. Is that bad?
That was amazing.
I hope you have a good Hulk, Steve, because that's our next nominee for least objectionable CGI character, the Hulk, in Marvel's The Avengers. I'm throwing to Ronald. We're throwing to Ronald for all the clips now.
It's going to sound exactly the same.
Right.
And our 3rd nominee for least objectionable CGI character in a film.
You have to say it with an accent.
From 2013 or 2012. Now I don't even. I just had an out of body
We
experience.
time traveled.
The last nominee for least objectionable CGI character is the Tiger Richard Parker in Life of Pi.
Richard Parker.
Director Ang Lee.
Richard Parker. I like the way.
That's pretty good, actually.
I like the way he
Richard
says it.
Parker.
John, I like how it went from. It sounded like the guy from The Simpsons. Hey, would you like a squishy?
Actually, that was a better Schwarzenegger than I ever have done when trying to do Schwarzenegger. And the winner of the least objectionable CGI character, I'll just say this: he's incredible. He likes to smash. It's the Hulk.
Oh man, he looked so good in that movie. It was crazy.
That was a tight one.
It was.
That was a squeaker. That was just like a 1 point thing. It's like that. Sometimes there's no clear consensus, and that one we were all over the place.
What was the second?
The second was Richard Parker.
Really?
I didn't. I mean, like I've always thought Gollum looked pretty good. I couldn't give him. I couldn't give him his cred. But I like how they finally got the Hulk right, which is why I had to go with my Hulk vote. You know what I mean? They've had 3 other chances to get that right before, and they've all been screwed up. And now it's been corrected. Good, finally.
It's I watched Hobbit really recently, well, parts of it, and the close-ups of Gollum are it's crazy. Like you can see the surface of the skin, little hairs. It's really pretty cool.
As real as he looked in the original trilogy, it's like they were able to develop the technology clearly between the last film and this one. I mean, he looked that much more kind of up to date.
Yeah.
So everybody get your hankies out for the next category.
Oh man, this is a big one. Most tears jerked by a single film, which sounds super crazy. It's such a big category because there's a lot of big, amazing movies in this category. So first, Silver Linings Playbook.
Boom
Roasted. Beasts of the Southern Wild. Cloud Atlas. Life of Pi. Perks of Being a Wildflower.
Or a wallflower.
You could just be a wildflower on the highway, like those random flowers that you always see growing in the middle of the street. There are probably more perks to that.
So wrong. That doesn't sound like the name of the movie.
Isn't that weird when your mouth doesn't say the word you want it to say?
And then Dark Knight Rises.
Dark Knight
Rise.
Okay.
And the winner for most tears jerked by a single film, that award, my friends, goes to Beasts of the Southern Wild, which I knew was going to win. That movie, I cried several times. I don't know why I added that extra syllable. Several times.
Several
times. Yeah, very powerful movie. I'm kind of sad that it didn't win anything big this year.
What did it win?
I don't think anything.
Nothing.
Shut
it
out.
didn't win anything big. That's what I was trying to think.
Shut out.
By big, he meant any statue of this size.
Shut out this year, but there was a powerful film. The problem with it not being acknowledged in that way is it may get lost in the sauce until it goes to like Netflix, and then it'll see some life again.
I feel like the hype around that movie and the fact that, like, I think there's a few things about it that kind of left their mark, like the fact that the acting nomination was huge for that particular actor. Mm-hmm. I'm just not spoiling the name because they're coming up in the next category. But also, I thought that that's one of those movies that just seeing it mentioned alongside those other movies, that it sort of feels like maybe that was enough for that movie. You know, like the fact that it played in enough theaters and it got enough of a release that it's still, definitely. I think it got enough hype that it won't disappear. But it was a little strange. Like I did think it was on like an outside chance to win one of the big awards. But
there was like a couple weeks of time where it was like all the prognosticators were saying like that Beast was going to be the big upset. Especially in the Best Picture category, that it was going to be a weird thing, that it was going to take it. Well,
everybody thought that all the other movies were going to kind of split. Like I think people thought that Zero Dark 30 and Argo were going to more kind of split a certain vote. But once it got closer to the awards, it was clear that, as we were talking about last week, that Zero Dark 30 didn't really have any traction.
Yep. All right, fellas and ladies and anybody else listening, the next category, which is something that we all do far too often on this podcast, and it's a combination of just not being prepared, being ignorant, and also just really not giving a shit.
There may be some stubbornness involved,
That probably goes with the whole giving a shit part.
Right.
But this is the category of most often butchered name.
Interesting.
On this podcast and just in life in general. First nominee is Mr. Josh Duhamel. I'm going to go with that pronunciation. Right. The second nominee is Little Miss Quivenzene Wallace.
Or Quivanzani?
Quivanzani,
is that what they say?
Quivanzane.
Quivanzane.
It has a kind of a rhythm like that, but I don't think that's how you pronounce it.
Wallace. I think you're right. Quivanzane Wallace.
The only reason I know
good.
that is because of SNL.
Let's keep that one.
SNL.
And
even close.
Okay, the next nominee is Mr. Christoph Waltz.
Also, I've heard referred to as Christopher Waltz.
Yes, I hear that a lot. It's funny because people are just adding something onto the name that's not there.
It's like what they're doing is looking at it and thinking, well, that must be wrong. That guy doesn't, that poor asshole doesn't know his name is Christopher.
Fill it in.
The fourth nominee is possibly one of the favorite figures of this show from day one.
Yes.
And it's Mr. David Keith. I mean, Mr. Keith David. So we had to give him some acknowledgement because we definitely have given Mr. David Keith more acknowledgement sometimes. The star fire starter.
Yeah, David Keith got all the heat off. They got like the movie schmovie bump from us mentioning his name.
Yeah, his IMDb rating went up like 100 steps.
We were actually talking
and
about
then we corrected it and then it went right back down.
Oh, damn it.
The final nominee is not so much a star, but a film itself. And I'm going to go with Primer. It could be.
I think it's Primer. I think it's actually Primer.
It could be Primer.
Oh, that makes
I remember
me
when
feel
I worked
weird.
for the film studio, everything that we ever heard was Primer.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go, okay, John, you know a lot of stuff, so I'll go with Primer.
I think Primer is like the white coat of paint you put down before you paint a color, and a Primer is like an introductory, something that sums something up and introduces you to something. Like you get a Primer in a subject, but so I still don't know which of those applies most to the movie. I don't recall them painting too much.
Well, I think a primer goes beyond paint. I think it's like it's the preparation step of something, something could be a primer to the next final stage.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll go with Primer then.
What would be really confusing would be if you were going to the premiere of that film.
Oh, God.
And you had to...
The premiere of Primer.
Yeah.
Premiere.
You scramble your brains really easily.
So of those 5 nominees, the newly appointed first ever winner of the most often butchered name category of the first annual Schmovie Awards is our boy, Mr. Keith David.
/ David Keith.
/ David Keith.
Yeah.
And I think he actually found his way here, didn't he?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Keith, come here. I mean, David. Keith. I mean, David. Somebody.
Oh, wait, it's David Keith.
We got the wrong.
We thought it was Keith David.
Oh.
Even though you sound a lot like Keith David.
Oh, wait, there he is. It's weird. David Keith actually brought Keith David with him because they get confused so much.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Keith.
Hey, I'd like to thank you guys because, actors like me, old chaps like me, we just work hard, and it's important.
You are a hard worker.
Thank you. Cloud Atlas was a great movie. The transgendered man, woman,
Thing.
the Wachowskis, I love them.
Do the Wachowskis know any actual Asian people, or is it just Hugo Weaving in makeup that they've seen?
I think they were just testing the borders.
Okay.
Testing the borders, seeing what you can do, put it together. That's what they do.
Well, do you think
inventors?
Do you think you could run upstairs and talk Channing Tatum? He's having another one of his episodes, and he's crawled behind the couch.
I'll tell him I like 21 Bob Streep.
Yeah,
just scare him a little bit. You know, give him that look you got. You know that look.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, hey, thank you for coming with David Keith. I mean, it's weird that you got to hang out because everybody mixes you guys up.
Yeah, we get
you don't have to do that anymore for us. We know who you are now.
Well,
and if you ever want to come on the show, you're welcome to come back anytime you want, man.
I just hope they make a statue for me, man.
It's weird. John and I were just trying to raise money to do that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man.
We're gonna start a Kickstarter fund, and would you come to the unveiling if we did it?
Absolutely.
Oh, great!
Thank you. I'll see you later, guys.
You seem to have a lot of free time. I'm sort of surprised by that, but I'll see you around.
See you later.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Keith David, the winner,
Bye.
The Schmovie Award-winning actor. Thank you, Mr.
What a
Mr.
great
David.
guy.
He's
when
nice.
when he's around, I'm in awe. I'm in awe of his greatness. And I just shut up for the duration of him speaking.
It's probably a good call. I was talking to him, and I was like, the way he looked at me, I was like, I probably shouldn't be talking.
I don't know if you know this, but 2 black people talking at the same time shut down lights. I don't know if you know that.
Well, I've noted that
2 famous black people talking at the same time.
I know that on Walking Dead, they can't allow more than one black character at a time.
Can't be in the same scene together.
Yeah.
By the way.
Well, it's a good thing you didn't have to die just so Keith David could appear on the show.
Yeah. Thanks for that.
It is weird that he goes
what a
around with
surprise.
David Keith, though.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like,
It's pretty crazy.
It's a safety net.
I guess they think that's funny. All right. Well, guys, if we had any kind of sound effects or drum roll, this would be when to lay it in because we're about to hear the final Movie Schmovie Award for the first annual Schmovie Award ceremony.
Oh, goodness.
This might be the chief award because I think if I have a complaint about award shows is that these people are already pretty well paid. And then they have people throwing free things at them, all this jewelry they get to borrow, and all
their
these
egos barely fit in that big ass
nice
hall.
clothes they get to wear, and everybody's kind of bowing down and kissing their asses, and then they get to go up there and get an award. So I thought it might be kind of nice to throw a little love towards the other people, people that might not get an award. So our final category tonight on the Schmovie Awards is the award for the person or persons with real, unglamorous jobs who actually improved my life, John Walker, my life this year. But will otherwise never be singled out for an award. The first nominee is my mailman, Charles. He's just always got the right attitude. It's like whenever you see him, he's like, he'll say, "How's it going, Mr. Walker?" Makes me feel like I live in this neighborhood.
That's really nice.
Makes me feel like, I've arrived.
Right.
But I mean, it's obvious that he knows my name because he delivers my mail every day. Right. But it makes it easy to remember. And the other thing is, I'm pretty sure his name is Charles, but I hope it is because that's certainly what I say to him every day when I see him. Hey, Charles. He could be thinking, motherfucker.
My name is Samson.
Yeah. Samson.
You have to switch with him and take his mail just so that you can make sure his name is Charles.
The second nominee, it's kind of a general term, but I don't really know how else to refer to these people. So I'll just say my garbage pickup guys and my recycling pickup guys.
He's got a trash man.
Trash men or trash people, trash persons, and recycling persons. A special nod goes toward the recycling side of that equation because there was one time when I ran out with my recycling and they were already all the way down the alley, and the guy actually stopped the truck and motioned me on and let me run up and dump my recycling.
A waste collection technician.
Yes.
Right?
Changing lives in 2012.
Yeah, man.
Making my life better in 2012. The third nominee for a person or person with a real unglamorous job who actually improved my life this year but will otherwise never be singled out for an award is whoever cooks the chicken tikka masala at Mount Washington Pizza and Subs. Now, a pizza delivery place, doesn't that sound like the best place to get Indian food when you're living here in Baltimore? But it actually is some of the finest Indian food that I've had. And you can have it delivered to your door.
Wow. Ay, Dios mío.
And I know some people who are, it's home cooking for them. They're from, I think they're first generation American, but they are Indian, of Indian descent. And they've confirmed that this is good Indian food. So it's not just my imagination. It's decent pizza, decent Indian food. That chicken tikka masala.
Wow.
Will knock you on your ass. So that's our third nominee.
All right.
And the final nominee for person or person who blah, blah, blah. Might want to give you a little background on this person, but just to remember that there was a guy who was sitting behind us at a screening of Sinister and talking throughout the entire movie. Steve blew a gasket.
That's a way to say it.
And then the guy popped up at another screening that Steve was at, and in this case,
that was at Silver Linings.
Silver Linings. The guy, which was like putting you to the test in a very Brad Cooper-esque fashion. This time, the guy came upon your stuff and threw it on the ground.
Yeah, he basically just took my seats. Just put my stuff on the ground and told me that he thought it was trash. It happens.
There was another verbal altercation, and we gave him the name Percy. So he was nominated. I think he affected me, but maybe he affected Steve more personally. So I'd like for Steve, how can you explain how he improved your life or positively affected your life? The guy who we've taken to calling Percy the movie-going dickhole.
Well, I mean, in the moment, he did not improve my life, because he made me very emotional. He made me kind of lose my cool, which I so often am able to keep. But when I left and when I removed myself from that situation, I was able to look back and say, hey, I will always be better than that movie-going dickhole. The king of dickholes.
Serenity now.
And no matter what I do, I can always be cognitive of the mistakes that he's made and never put somebody else in that situation. So thank you, Percy, for making me a better moviegoer and not a movie-going dickhole.
In the words of Sealy from The Color Purple, until you do right by me, everything you touch gon' crumble. You should have said that to him and then kept your finger in his face.
I should have done that. Damn it.
You should have spit in his face.
From the words, in the words of, what's her name from The Help, here is some dookie pie.
I wish I had a dookie pie.
And the winner of the award for person to person with a real unglamorous job who actually improved my life this year but will otherwise never be singled out for an award. Could it be anyone but Percy the movie-going dickhole.
Oh, Percy.
Percy.
It's too bad.
Percy.
Fuck you. Don't come to our
Yeah, don't come.
podcast.
Don't be
We
here.
didn't invite his.
Don't be here. We're not even going to do a horrible impression of Percy. Well, that was it, guys.
Oh man,
It's time to bring out Seth MacFarlane and Kristen Chenoweth to sing a
Sing
song
us
that
out.
nobody wants to hear.
That was a lot of fun.
about all the losers.
That was a lot of fun.
absolutely.
I want to give a lot of credit to John Walker for preparing
Yeah.
those categories, the
Hard
nominees, for really kind of setting up the whole the winner system, like these amazing blue Post-its that we got. Like it was very efficient, it was very professional,
Absolutely.
and most importantly, I'd like to thank you for the bottled water, John.
Oh yeah,
You really made me feel special
this is
tonight.
mint.
There were multiple PDFs involved in the creation of this award.
No,
ceremony.
when you get to the point where you're sending PDFs as Facebook attachments, you know this shit just got real legit.
You're big time. You're big time. at that
John,
point.
John Walker knows how to send PDFs. Let's just be honest. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's a professional.
He's a winner,
Look at me,
man.
John. You're a pro.
He's a goddamn winner.
Thank you, Steve.
You're
Thank you. I'm glad someone finally said that.
But that was a very fun episode. And like I said, this is the first annual. So that's me being very optimistic for this time next year.
Hell yeah.
For the second annual.
The second
And
annual.
we will be in triple-digit episodes.
Maybe
Really?
maybe next year.
Holy shit,
Keith,
we will.
Keith David can stick around longer.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he'll have time.
Maybe,
Especially
maybe
if we get
Channing
the-
Tatum won't be so nervous next
If we
year.
get the stats you made, I mean, there's no reason that he wouldn't come back. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
That's fun.
optimistic. Again, optimistic.
I'm glad you got to hear my first ever Gollum impression. I've never done that ever.
I was trying to think of when you were doing it, who it sounded more like, and it definitely wasn't Gollum. I mean, I love you, but
Right,
it was
right.
the worst Gollum thing I've ever heard
Thanks,
in my life.
bro. Thank you.
It sounded more like some, I don't know, like some cartoon character. And
I think you're right.
what was it, John? I mean,
You know what's
doesn't
crazy?
Henry watch
If
some
you-
cartoon
if you
that
go
character's
back and
in?
listen to it and it sounds more like him, that's going to be great for me.
Yeah.
It may sound better on the mic. You know what I mean?
No, I'm pretty sure it's going to sound the same. I mean, I don't know.
Based on how loud it was, I think on the mic it's probably going to sound like just digital
Just-
distortion.
I feel like you sound. I feel like the first thing, like, remember the Muppet Babies cartoon? I feel like you sounded like one of the Muppet Babies. Like
Maybe Animal.
it's something, man. I can't place it, but
Maybe we can get some audio
Oh, God.
of Animal from the Muppet Babies, and we'll A/B it. You know, we'll compare it to the.
Oh,
that might have been
God.
what you did accidentally. Was your animal impression as a baby?
Ronald is hoping that was good because that's his whole next stand-up
It's
appearance.
going to be a Gollum impression for 5 minutes.
I got to say, Ronald, if you really did come out and do Gollum and just did your act in that voice and sustained it for the 3 minutes,
That would be...
somebody would still be laughing at the end of
Somebody
that.
would be. Somebody would be. You
Some people will leave, though.
Yeah, some people would. Some people would.
Yeah.
Yeah. They would immediately. Like, fuck, I'm done. I'm done.
Who let Animal the baby in here from the Muppet Babies?
Seize him.
Well, guys, that's episode number 64, the first annual Schmovie Awards.
Thank you so
We've
much.
loved doing it. We've hoped that you've enjoyed it as much as we did. And I'm pretty sure we can all agree, like, it basically, we stepped it up a notch from what the Academy Awards offered. I mean, that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
agreed, right? I mean,
Universally understood that.
I think we're getting in and out within an hour, too. So it's like the Academy Awards ought to come to us and ask us how we did it.
Right.
yeah, I mean, we got the magic, and they don't. And that's all there really is to it. But hit us up, as always, the email, movieschmovie@gmail.com, movieschmovie.net, the site that we still do not do anything on. But, you know, it's there. It exists in the world of web.
I'll have you know that I have several ideas within a week about what we could do with that website.
I would love to hear that,
Okay.
John.
yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe there's some magic happening on
I'm
that
open
site
to
too.
that.
Leave that out there to
open
simmer
to
a
that.
little bit. But yeah, guys, thanks so much for listening. And again, thank you, John, for putting all this together. It's a great job. As always, you've made our day, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care.
Whoa!